Subaru has a lot of models that have big followings and fans. They're almost cult-like in some cases. The Ascent, its mid-size three-row SUV, really isn't one of them, but it's a decent-size SUV that has a lot of practicality, and that's the one we're going to look at on this latest review, so stick around. The three-row 7 or 8 passenger Ascent crossover SUV holds the distinction of being the largest vehicle in Subaru's lineup. It was first introduced for the 2018 model year, and what's available today is still based on the original rollout design. It's clear that Subaru had the stereotypical North American suburban family in mind when designing the Ascent, as it has the same basic size, look, and general vibe of competing vehicles like the Honda Pilot, Toyota Grand Highlander, Nissan Pathfinder, Hyundai Palisade, Kia Telluride, Ford Explorer, Volkswagen Atlas, Mazda CX-90, and others who all compete in this viable and highly competitive segment. But there are some aspects of the Ascent's general design that identify itself as being distinctly Subaru. While the Ascent does not have a wilderness trim, with a ground clearance of 8.7 inches, the Ascent has the highest clearance of any vehicle in its class, which makes it easier to drive on the kind of roads where family adventures can be found. The Ascent is powered by a single powertrain option, a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder Boxer engine. Power output is set at 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with Subaru's high-torque Lineartronic CVT and their standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Combined fuel economy ratings are 11 liters per 100 kilometers or 21.4 US miles per gallon. Now this would put it in the middle to lower half of the pack when compared to other competitors in its class. All trims of the Ascent are equipped with Subaru's X-Mode drive assist feature, which incorporates hill descent control and goes beyond the all-wheel drive system to help through more challenging road conditions. Depending on the trim level, the Ascent runs on either 18 or 20-inch wheels. The Ascent is the only Subaru model to offer 3 rows of seats, and depending on trim level is available in either 7 or 8-seat configurations. Seating is generally comfortable with various seating surfaces available. As with any vehicle in this class, the third row is best suited for children or small adults, as legroom can be a problem for any average or taller-sized adult. There is between 150.2 and 153.2 cubic feet of total passenger volume depending on trim level. As for cargo capacity, the Ascent offers only 18 cubic feet behind the third row, but this is a common problem with all vehicles in this class. Behind the second row, it jumps to 42 cubic feet, and there's 73 cubic feet of space with the second and third row seats down. If that isn't enough, all trim levels feature standard roof rails, cargo hooks, and tie-downs, while a protective cargo tray and tonneau cargo cover are available. The main interface up front is an 11.6-inch infotainment system. It's a system that's okay, but hasn't been updated since the model was launched and does feel a bit dated compared to other offerings in this category. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is offered. When equipped, the nav system is integrated with What 3 Words, a remarkable global addressing system that has divided the entire world into a grid of 10-foot by 10-foot squares. Each of these 57 trillion squares has been assigned a unique combination of 3 dictionary words known as a What 3 Words address. Using this feature, you simply enter the unique 3-word addresses related to your destination, and the navigation system will work out a route. While I didn't test it out on the Ascent, I did use the What 3 Words feature when I reviewed the refreshed Outback about 1.5 years ago, and I've clipped out that segment from the Outback review for you to see now, since it really is a cool feature. I want to go for a drive and have a coffee and a snack at a favorite place of mine, a place called Trail Hub. So I've already gone ahead and looked into the app and found the location, the address for it, and I've got 3 words here. So I'm also going to turn on my other camera here so I can show you what's going on when I do this. So let me just turn this on. Navigate to my 3 words.
Say the 3 keywords of What 3 Words.
Kneeling, gasoline, shine.
Kneeling, gasoline, shine. Are you ready to start navigating here?
Yes.
Starting route guidance.
It blows me away. Like 3 words. But anyway, you can use it And I'm going to go for a drive and go get a snack. That's blows my mind. When I look at my analytics, I see about 75% or so of you that watch are not subscribers to my channel, and I'd really like to change that. If you're watching to this point, you probably like what you see, so why not consider subscribing now? Every month I put about 5 to 7 videos up, some shorts, some full features, and it's great content. So please consider subscribing, help me grow the channel, and thank you for doing so. The Subaru Ascent, I have to admit, is a vehicle that I have struggled with in the past when having to review. I've had other trims I've written reviews about, and I think, done other content for. And the struggle comes from the fact that there really isn't anything to fixate on about this vehicle. Like, it's not the fastest, it's not the most glamorous, it's not the sportiest, it's not the toughest, it's not the most blinged out. Like, even within Subaru itself, I mean, Subaru has a lot of models that certainly have their fandom. WRX fans are legendary. They're diehards. Outback fans love them. There's Crosstrek fans. They all have that sort of thing. But the Ascent doesn't really emotionally attach oneself to any of its features or the overall concept. I mean, there aren't many models in this category that the Ascent competes against who would be able to say that. And I guess that's kind of a testament to what this segment is. It's more about practicality. It's more about reliability. It's more about functionality. That is what makes you make that decision. And all Subarus have certain traits that will be fitting with this Ascent as well. But for me to, put a review together, it's like, where's the headline? Where's the lead? And again, we're not at 2025 and there's new trims and new options, but it's the same basic model since it was first released. I enjoy this vehicle. Driving it is not a bad week. It's comfortable even in this sort of trim mid-level. It's generally functional. You've got, your symmetrical all-wheel drive, which is always a good thing, especially in poor driving conditions. Some of the things that the center screen could use an upgrade, but again, it's a Subaru, and the brand itself has a lot of sort of features and attachments to it that are positive. So there's really nothing wrong with the Ascent, and it appeals to the right constituency. If you don't want flashiness, don't worry, it's not here, and that just works for it. And that's part of what makes the Ascent a good choice for those who like this type of thing, but kind of a difficult choice for someone like me who's trying to find a lot of things to say about it when really it's all right.
As for trim levels, the Ascent is similar to other Subaru models in that there are plenty of trim levels and options to select from. You'll find 6 trim levels available in Canada, with 4 trims equipped with 7 seats and 2 trims with 8. New for 2025 is the 7-seat Sport trim, which was how my tester was spec'd, and it sits just below the top-level Premier trim. US customers have more available choices with 8 trim level options to choose from. Here is the price range from lowest to highest for both Canadian and US customers. Freight, taxes, and other fees are not noted in these prices.
So as you see, the Ascent, there's nothing really wrong with it, but nothing much to write home about or to review about, but I tried. What do you think? Am I in line? Leave me a comment, and if you like this, please share it with others. If you're not subscribed to the Novak Report, I'd love it if you did, so please consider doing so. And remember, if you are subscribed, be sure you've rung the bell so you get notified every time I put up a new video. Well, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Eric Novak. Thanks for watching.